you know.
Well, that sounds kind of like what happened with the elder and the youth on American Idol.
Oh, and what happened with that?
Well, we have a very well-respected elder,
Right.
Sister Carrie,
Mm-hmm.
and a very well-respected youth, Sister Minaj. And you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of that had to do with, you know, elders versus youth, you know, in a little bit. The same way with the bus situation. Sometimes, like, it's hard to decide if it's about respect or if it's about just the difference between right and wrong, you know, or if it's about age or if it's about just respect in general.
But when do you feel like the level of respect, like, I feel within the last 10 years, the level of respect between an elder and a youth have just, like, gotten wider and wider.
It's changed, and you know what? Like, and I don't claim to be like in the business for a long time. Like, I'm brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just figuring things. I'm just learning things. But I've gotten a chance to hang out with people like Lionel Richie and Patti LaBelle and just like those type of people. L.A. Reid, like just people who babyface.
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
And those people have so much knowledge to give us as
Yes.
young people. I think that it's imperative that we at least show them the dignity and respect that they deserve as people who've been in this game for a minute.
Do you feel the lack of having an A&R department? Like, I feel like the death of the A&R department has gone, that when the A&R, like, you had a department that groomed you on how to talk and what to talk.
Oh, a development
department. Yes.
You did, and they still do have that. And it's weird because when you first get signed, you want to be your own person. You want to be your own artist. You want to be able to say what you want to say and express yourself the way you want to express. You don't really want anybody telling you how to do that.
Absolutely.
And now with the evolvement of so much access to people, be it reality shows or the internet, where we can see what everybody's doing all the time, people are in a place where they just want to express themselves, even if it's over the top, even if it's more than what we actually want to see all the time. Sometimes we don't actually want to see everything from anybody.
That's true.
Sometimes we want a little bit of mystery, a little bit of surprise. So media training was great when it was not too many places to say what you had to say. Now there's so many avenues to speak.
Now,
nobody can train you how to speak everywhere.
How do you feel as an artist, and then you have Twitter? You have so much access. Now you got young kids able to talk to you or Twitter you, but not everybody is respectful. And then you have some artists that actually lash back out at these kids, and it's like, okay, when do the common ground of respect? Because
whenever I talk back to a kid on Twitter, like if a kid DMs me or something like that, I always say, can I speak to your mom? For instance, I went to London a couple of weeks ago, and there was a kid who, like, she's 15 years old, and she tweets me every day, and I said, this kid has so much love for what I'm doing as an artist, I have to show her the same love back.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to meet her, but I was like, before I meet her, I have to speak to her mom. I got to talk to her mom. I have to make sure that what I'm giving, who I am, the influence, the image that I have is one that her mom is cool with. You know, we always got to think about, you know, what would somebody's mom want? What would you want as the mom of a child? You know what I'm saying? If your child was watching you on Twitter, would you say this? Would you do that? So she came and we met up in London with her grandmother, which was really, really cool. And that's how you know, cross over generation lines, do you know? When we could bring a grandmom out, a mom out, and a daughter out.
Absolutely.
Like, you know you're doing something.
And that's a lot thereof, because like you know, you haven't, I don't know if you've seen the footage on the bus, but I saw once that girl crossed that line, first of all, this man had lives in his hand. He's going, actually, we got some footage right now.
Okay. This is about to be so disturbing, I can feel it.
But prior to that, he hit her. She hit him.
Okay. But he's still fighting? So it didn't have to go that far, did it? He didn't have to go that far.
He sat there for quite some time. He took it.
Right.
And it's like, what point do you say that's it? Like, what point, like
right away.
And now, more and more, these bus drivers are getting assaulted by young kids.
Well, I worked as a para for 4 years while I was in college.
Yes.
And so we had emotionally disturbed children, and we would have to take self-defense courses just in case we got attacked by a child.
Right.
You always got to remember that it's a child.
But a child with mental issues.
A child with mental issues.
Who's very strong.
You signed up for that job. My father's been...
So do you feel...
My mother had a desk thrown at her. All my parents are in special education.
Right.
So you're talking to somebody who's lived with this. We had a therapeutic home when I was growing up.
Right.
So there were kids running around the house, doing all different types of things, throwing things.
Right.
And we always had to remember, or the therapist would always remind us, this is a child. And if this is what you want to do with your life, if you want to help these children, if you want to be a part of their world, you have to continue to remember, no matter what, that these are kids. These are not adults. These are not, you know, your peers.
Right.
These are young people. Once you get that kid away from you and on the floor, wherever it is, and you got them, you know, you're able to call security, that's the end of it. This is not a fight between two peers.
But don't you feel like you're still human? Like, if someone, like, apparently, like the girl, she hit this man as he's a driver, and he kept talking. He said, if I had my daughter, I had somebody come and get her, and she just kept at him, like, when do you just say, you know what, I can't bow? Like,
I feel like after that first moment, though, it was enough. Like, he did, if I'm seeing correctly, he kept going. I mean, to me, I was not there.
I don't know. I think to me that was a bit of temporary insanity.
I think he was tripping a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
Was he tripping a little bit?
No, he was with the company for 22 years. So maybe it was just one of those days he just snapped.
That was it.
But she was all in his face like right before that, and she
did she spit in his face or
spit on him and punched him?
He reached that.
Okay, but wait, off
no
the
excuse.
camera, no matter
no
what.
excuse.
Yeah, you could